So Paul says that God presented Christ as an atonement for sin through the shedding of his blood. In the Old Testament, especially under the Mosaic covenant, so this is a covenant that was established by God with Moses and the children of Israel, and this is after they had come from slavery in Egypt. But the Bible says something very, very important that we should take note of, which is being revealed by the Apostle Paul. It says that God presented Jesus Christ to come as the atonement for sin through his blood. Why? Because in the past, he had allowed many sins to go unpunished. So in other words, what Paul is alluding here is that even though this covenant that had been established between God, Moses, and the Israelites was in place, a lot of sins were being committed without being forgiven, without being atoned for. And so therefore, this covenant was not being effective and was not meeting the standard of God, which was required to satisfy him, because God is holy. And so therefore, the covenant, which is the main covenant in the Old Testament, so the very first person that God established a covenant with that is crucial is Abraham, the Abrahamic covenant. And this is a covenant about faith. Abraham is regarded as the father of faith. The second covenant that God established was with David and promised him that in your lineage, I will send the eternal king. So that was another covenant that God established with King David. And now the third covenant, which is very crucial because it actually went further into details and demonstrates the will of God in dealing with sin and paying for the sins, because sin came to us through our first parents, that is Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. And in order for us to go to heaven, we have to be holy to see God, because the Bible says without holiness, it's impossible to see God.
Jesus Christ Only TV, preaching Christ to the world.